Hi everyone, I'm back with another Google Sheets video. Very active on the productivity side of the internet, so I figured if I'm going to go down another productivity rabbit hole, that I might as well record it. I thought I could make this build out of my GTD inspired Google Sheets task manager in 3 parts. So this video will have the structure of the task manager, and the next video will just add some formulas and filtering. And in the final video, I'll start plugging in my actual projects and the tasks that I have in Workflowy to the spreadsheet. I always go back and forth between Workflowy and spreadsheets or something like Notion to do my task management. So we'll see what happens. So let me just create the 3 tabs I'm envisioning to start. Projects, tasks, or next actions, and then to buy. All right, so let's start on the projects tab. And I want to start small. I do like having metadata on my tasks and projects, but I don't usually actually go back to review it that much. So let's just start with minimal metadata. So project column headers will be projects, it'll be project name, area. These will be a drop down between work, personal, and side business PBC. Then start date and due date. And then a status. And I kind of want the status to be next to, do I want it? I want it, no. Okay, I'm going to reorder this. I'm going to make it area, project name. Then we're going to have status next to the project name. The status will be a drop down, but let's do the headers in the actions tab next. So on the tasks tab, I want to have the task name, the related projects, which will be a drop down from the projects tab, priority, status, and date added. I'm questionable on the priority because I'm trying to be better about this, but usually I'm working on everything that's a priority at the same time. So sometimes priority doesn't help. So I might just delete this for now and add in separate columns at the end to the projects tab that will help prioritize the projects that need to be worked on. So I'm going to just turn this into start date as well. And then I'm going to have a due date here. And then finally, to buy will just be a filtered view from the projects tab. So the projects tab is where I'm picturing inbox and then just high level things go. So I'm going to map out my areas, which will just be work, personal, and PBC. So I'm going to Command Shift, down arrow, and then data validation, add rule, work, personal, PBC. All right. And I don't like how kind of bulky those look, so I'm going to change it under advanced options, and I'm going to change it to be an arrow because that looks a little bit cleaner to me. Next, I'm going to do something similar for the status. So Command Shift, down arrow, data validation, add rule, and then this will be inbox, active, later, someday, and then to buy. And then I'm going to click on advanced options and then make this into an arrow again. Okay, and then I am going to eventually be adding stuff from Workflowy to be my actual, so I can test this out as my actual task manager. But for now, I will just bold these headers, press test, cool. Status is inbox, area is personal, start date. I think it is a cool shortcut that you can do on the Mac, command and then colon, and it gives you the date. I'm going to format this date to be just the month and day, and then you can either add a due date. This for me is going to either be the due date or the date I complete it, because like I said, I do like that metadata. All right, so we have our categories mapped out on the projects tab. Let's go map out our categories on the tasks tab. I'm gonna bold these. So the related projects will be, again, data validation, add a rule. I'm gonna make it a drop down from a range, and the range will just be, I'm going to click on this like square with squares in it to select the range. And the range is going to be the project names from the projects tab. Okay, done. So I'm gonna just put test 2 here. And now you can see test and test 2 are there, and it's connected to the projects tab that way. For status, I am going to make it not started, next action, or canceled, I think, and done. Oh yeah, let me add a done status. So done. So I'm going to add a completed. All right. Then under task status, I'm going to make the categories. And actually, I want related project to be in the first column. So Command X, Command V. I'm going to just delete this and map out my status. Data validation, add a rule. So the status will be next action. Or I almost want it to be next action in progress and completed. Okay, what I want, next action in progress completed. Yeah, because next action will be things I haven't started on yet. But I want to next action not started, completed. Yeah, okay. Not started will be first. Next action in progress completed. Okay, I feel good about that. Advanced options, arrow, done. And then again, you can do command colon to put the current date. Then the to buy tab will just be, this will just be a filtered view from the projects tab, since this will be also my inbox, and then I can just easily see what I need to buy. So actually, I'm going to make it to buy an area, or shopping an area, so that way I can filter, I can make it completed when I actually buy the thing. I'm going to add another area here that is called to buy. And then I'm going to remove the to buy from the status. Apply to all. Okay, I feel good about this. So next video, we will go over some formulas and filtering and color coding and some aesthetics.